lot of remembrances going on today, as they should be. But I'm out here in the weeds. I mean, in the weeds, as far as I can see around. I'm here to make a point, something I learned this morning. I'm always watching for those little lessons, and more often than not, I guess I miss them. I learned one pretty good this morning about complacency and letting the weeds grow up. They're over my head, but thank goodness there's landmarks. If I didn't know where I was at, I had trouble getting out. But that old pine tree stands as a beacon to tell me where home is. I probably could get out of it without it, but in the event that it wasn't, I'd know where to go. This was manicured just a couple of months ago. Now it's past what a riding lawnmower can handle, and we'll have to wait for fall to get it back down to where we can manage it again. Weeds, distractions, hate, things that without a little tending can overtake us. A lot of times the weeds themselves isn't the threat, but they can disguise one, as they did this morning. This little mama has probably taken down her and Bo, I think 3 coyotes over time. But this morning it wasn't that way. In broad daylight, stood a coyote right here. The chickens were going at it, and I'm in the truck and I'm looking at it. And he was planning his breakfast, I guess, because they were all out here just like this. I kept waiting for Sissy to alert. She didn't see him. He made his attack and missed, thank goodness. So I ran out this way to see what was going on, and she was in tow. She thought we were playing. So I'm standing here and looking dead-eye at this coyote not 25 feet away from me. We're just having a stare down. And Sissy's right there. No slight on her. She's probably still way ahead of most of us, but nights and a few days in the house had grown her a little bit complacent, and she wasn't on guard. I don't know if dogs have expressions. I think they do. But when she started sniffing and realizing what she had just missed, she laid right here and just barked into the air, because she knew that she had not done her job in being vigilant. Didn't lose any chickens over it, and we're in the middle of preparations. He'll be back. Her comfort zone is going to have to be shaken just a little bit. Still well cared for, but she's going to have to go back to what she was hired to do, I guess. Complacency. I think that's where we're at as a nation, aren't we? Those of a certain age that remember that dreadful day that we reflect back on today, take joy in knowing what happened tomorrow. There weren't any protests. Our law enforcement heroes were revered, and the country took on a different feel because we were all one people. But we've let the weeds grow up pretty high. Been through some pretty comfortable years as a nation. Lost almost 3,000 people, innocents, that day. But we've lost dozens of thousands more of troops defending that egregious act and repelling it. Don't hear much about terrorism on our soil now. I think we all feared the worst. Most of y'all remember there were months before we ever heard or saw a plane go by. You couldn't have bought a flight for 10 grand on 9/12. But what you didn't have to buy was love and unity. We didn't see the political differences quite so much. Everybody was one. Complacency is where we're at. How quickly we've forgotten what it was like to be united. There wasn't any protests on 9/12. There were still problems, but we had a little different approach to them, didn't we? I didn't have turkeys. It just really struck me with complacency and how we might need to do a little better job at pulling together, not stroking things with such a broad brush. It's not how we live. We live in our own little small worlds, and that's where we can make an impact. What are you doing? You gonna do better tonight, huh? That old coyote nearly got your ladies, didn't she? Yes, she did. She got used to the AC, y'all. Yeah, she deserves it, but you're gonna have to work for your supper now, girl. We got some threats on the place. What I need to do is get them weeds down, don't I? So you can see a little better. Yep. There's threats that lurk in those weeds that we let grow up. Sure is. Don't take but one to take us out, doesn't it? Let's work together, y'all. We can do it where we're at.